Yeah, welcome to the news. Stay to the end to find out how we get there. So today we're talking about data streams as a way to develop reactionary business music. So similar to making music from plants and like playing the music from plants on stage, that's how we intend to try to develop reactionary game plans in terms of business and business music going forward. It's like sort of like making social media content and documenting as opposed to creating. It's like doing jobs and like just sort of iterating on doing journalism as opposed to trying to be contrived and making a script and developing a second side income on top of a job, on top of like basically recording and filming a job that you're already doing anyway. So that's what we're talking about doing in terms of data streams around the world to be able to try to align with like ways for different markets to be able to speak to us, to be able to try to iterate with artificial intelligence agents to basically attempt to bring more games for change into the world, and simply stated, like leveraging existing tools to try to let the markets start to speak and have an ability to try to be reactionary, but at the same time trying to iterate and trying to develop ways to like sort of innovate by being like more or less developing circuits that are circles that are circuits, meaning like going from potential to attempted fulfillment based on data streams that are actually doing the filling in of the rest of the product, because they're speaking the product into existence. It's like listening, having the ear of a plant that's already speaking. The plant is already speaking and trying to just do that for data. So data streams in essence are playing music already, but we're just trying to contextualize the music for different audiences and translate the music into different audiences that go from micro to macro, go from cities small cities into like one person, and then up to like large cities, and then like large countries and things of this nature that are just contextualized based on bodies of existing data that relate to existing market data, for lack of better words. And so it's just like taking niches, taking circles around the world and trying to cause them to become circuits by basically electrifying the potential, starting with potential, because like all these circles in the world stand for pools of demand. So pools of demand, and then trying to turn them into circuits. So like circles into circuits based on trying to electrify the potential, in essence. Like Tony Robbins says, you go from belief to action, from potential to action to belief to reaffirmation, to in essence grow on like in a consistent way to try to like rework like the potential faith in a new system or a new process to be able to try to add rationale and evaluation that can be reinforced into continuation and ongoing recycling and reverberation of a similar process with resonance that's attempting to sort of grow and increase in value and size. And so with this in mind, we're trying to take like all the data in the world, like, and trying to reverberate different circles and iterate and make and develop different circles and make different indications and auto-generate products. That is how we're trying to leverage artificial intelligence as soon as possible, by just trying, running them up the flagpole, but having the systems dial into the macro data and really starting to listen at every level, every single level, from one person into the macro markets, and like recontextualizing what they all want, because they're all expressing a story. They're all live energies. They're all alive like a person, and they have needs and wants. And so we're trying to listen to the needs and wants of all the markets, big and small, super small and very large. So it's just a matter of trying to iterate products that have to do with more or less circles to circuits, because the circles just relate to potential, trying to acknowledge and evaluate potential, and the potential is sort of meant to be validated by existing markets and by existing data. And so it's another expression of pools to poles, like meaning like fishing pools that have fishing poles inside of them. So all of the the pools in the world, we're trying to acknowledge that there's potential in all of those potential holes, and the potential is proven by the nature of the existing data. It's proven by the fish that are inside the pool. So it's proven by existing data of existing swimming fish inside of the existing pool. And so that's why there's an incentive to put a fishing pole into all the pools of demand in the world, to try to not necessarily to extract fish, but that's the nature of the analogy, is to extract fish, meaning sell to the fish of people that want demand in essence. But our whole strategy, our whole goal is to automatically try to gamify the interest, to try to to electrify from circles to circuits, from circles to circuits, by just trying to activate potential that we correspond to at Dinky Tech and Change for Game Studios, Dinky T, Change for Games, the interest to align with trying to change all of these potential markets into new brands, new brand potential, leveraging branding to re-speak to, and basically leveraging the data streams that are coming through every single circle in the world, and the potential to turn them all into circuits by adding a fishing pole to every single fishing pool, which means adding a product to every single pool of demand in the world, to conceptually try to appease and please the fish within that demand pool, so that they come to our fishing pole and take our bait over everyone else, because they see that we care about them more than other people, after all, is the whole goal of this analogy, and leveraging the mindset of circles, because circles equals potential. Circles equals the potential of something that could be fulfilled, could be making fish happier, and there's still demand here, and the fish aren't as happy as they could be necessarily. And so we're trying to add our pools, which automatically are reverberations of data streams around the world, like global data, output, input, private markets, global input markets, like macro, micro, from marketing data, meaning micro data, where we're analyzing all of the global data, all potential data that's available, and recontextualizing that, similar to playing the music of a plant, trying to connect the music of a plant, listening to the plant, and recontextualizing how to, in essence, remarket, repurpose, ethos stacking, which is something I was talking about a couple days ago, to make all of these potential demand pools into games for change, in essence, reverberating, recontextualizing, getting artificial intelligence at scale to try to rewrite all the potential circles of demand, circles of potential pools of demand that are also circles of potential, that stand for potential, that equate to potential, and recontextualizing them into brands, reconfiguration into art, a more artistic experience, and more like games for change, to develop philanthropy and philanthropy energy from every given circle, small to big, to contextualize that into games for change, so they are more fun and automatically made into fluid apps that connect between applications, that are businesses that stem at the marketing core and the nature of the rules of the games, in essence, which stem from the business world into business music, and leveraging and reverberating new, healthier energy to be able to try to contextualize more so like a global good deeds economy. So all of these circles of potential transition and illuminate and electrify and become circuits, from circles to circuits, from circles to circuits, based upon having an ability to have electrification come from a more pleasant, positive experience, from a global good deeds economy forming from all of the circles of potential being fed to all of the fish in the form of games, global good deeds games, global good deeds games, global good deeds games. Just like a game of soccer, where every game of soccer basically resonates with potential problems being solved, and because people watch that game of soccer, all of that energy of attention, which is monetary energy as well, because that's a commodity, that is something that is valuable in terms of dollars and cents and measurable, that can be recontextualizing into acknowledging and absolving specific problems around the world. So we're just trying to take games and eradicate problems around the world, and leverage this monetary energy that could otherwise be wasted based on just how money is wasted into other frivolous matters and materials, and recontextualize to directly align with and directly focus on solving and resolving problems around the world with philanthropy energy and global good deeds games, the global good deeds games economy, by directly shifting circles of potential into circuits that in essence are meant to electrify the conceptual potential with artificial intelligence agents, and just trying to continue to grow upon the process of trying to play the plant, like similar to playing the music of a plant, by just like really digging into data, global data, and recontextualizing and reconfiguring the frequencies, leveraging artificial intelligence agents to make products at will, to make products that are programmed in one giant, glamorous, glorious prompt to be able to take on and reconfigure and recontextualize and put a fishing pole into every pool in the world. And every pool is analogy for all the circles in the world as well, regarding and related to all the potential in the world in terms of business, and then therefore business music, and then therefore circles translating to circuits in terms of energy within the circles. That's all for now. Thanks again, Dinky Tech, Change for Games, Diggy T, Change for Games, Dinky Tech, and Change for Game Studios. Bye, peace, bye. And let's all remember to push for world peace every single day. Let's all remember to push for world peace every single day. Let's push for world peace every single day. And also, let's remember to try to clear the animal shelters. Let's clear all the animal shelters in the world. Let's clear all the animal shelters in the world, because we can foster all the shelter animals. We can adopt all the shelter animals in the world. We can rescue all the shelter animals in the world, and we can also hire the shelter animals as healers. We can also hire the shelter animals as healers all throughout the world, so that they don't have to be mistreated in animal shelters, and we can clear the animal shelters, and we can hire the shelter animals as healers throughout our communities. Hire the shelter animals as healers throughout our communities, because they also work for free, and they could use better purpose and use better jobs and be able to add value and be therapeutic energy for humans and humanity, to help us be more harmonious as humans and among humanity for all the animals in the world, to clear all the animal shelters, to try to get them to transition their energy in terms of therapeutic energy to all humans, so we can clear the animal shelters to add value to humanity in terms of harmony if possible. And let's push for world peace every single day and clear the animal shelters every day. That's all for now. Thanks again, Dinky Tech and Change for Game Studios. Bye. Peace. Bye.